Most people think that HYBE is just a music label. That's mistake number one. HYBE isn't just selling songs, they're selling you an ecosystem. HYBE operates on a very specific triad. They operate on label, solutions, and platforms. You don't pitch a song to a machine this complex. You need to pitch a paradigm. To pitch to them, you have to speak their language. If you pitch them a boy band that sings good songs, you are totally ignoring 2/3 of the business model. KRYZAE can't just be an artist. We have to be the content for the platforms such as Weverse and the driver for the solutions, which means that gaming and secondary IP integration and licensing, we aren't just creating a fandom, we need to create a microeconomy. A fan enters through the music, but they stay and spend through the ecosystem. Let's look at the case studies.
BTS proved that a deep, interconnected narrative creates superfans, fans who don't just consume but decode, theorize, and evangelize. ENHYPEN proved that you can launch a law-first group that lives in a dark fantasy world from day one, effectively capturing the YA demographic. And KATSEYE proved that the methodology works outside of Korea.
HYBE groups succeed because they are built on a robust ecosystem. The music is the entry point, the top of the funnel, but the webtoons, the gaming integrations, and the character-driven lore are the retention tools. I'm not reinventing the wheel here, I'm optimizing it. I am taking their formula and feeding it a completely new cultural data set. Lore isn't just storytelling. Lore is a moat. It protects the IP from industry saturation. When fans are emotionally invested in a universe, they don't jump ship when a trend changes. KRYZAE's universe is engineered specifically to trigger that exact psychological investment. This is where we transition from artist to IP. HYBE loves merchandise revenue because it stabilizes the validity of the music industry. Streaming pays fractions of a penny. Physical goods integrated with digital experiences drive real profit. I didn't just write a song, I designed the lightstick, I designed the IP, I designed the physical touch points of the band. Let's take a look at that. What we are doing is we are mitigating the risk of debut by offering ready to sell concepts for the inventory from day one. Remember KRYTH, our lead dancer, the Eternal Rose, the mask dancer? Well, let's look at him. He is, well, obviously the obvious thing of creating merchandise around his mask motif, but also look at the scarcity model that we've built with him. By masking the lead dancer, we create a viral mystery. This isn't just a creative choice, it's a high level marketing mechanism. The mask itself becomes the iconic piece of merch, a symbol of the fandom, much like a sleep token, but localized for K-pop. I'm not asking them to build the brand for me. I'm handing them the blueprints and pre-tested and ready for production concepts. Earlier in the series, episode 3, I spoke about K-pop's red ocean, and now I want to bring you guys into its blue ocean and the market gap that I have presented. HYBE has the masters of fairy tale fantasy with TXT, the supernatural vampiric edge with ENHYPEN, and 17 owns this bright, synchronized, self-producing space. These groups are incredible as groups and what they do. And we aren't trying to beat them at their own game. We are playing a game that hasn't been brought to the table yet. KRYZAE aligns with HYBE's multi-home, multi-genre expansion strategy. We provide the mythic fantasy narrative, but grounded in grit, global south reality. It's an aesthetic and cultural fusion that broadens the total addressable market without alienating their core demographic. The question for any executive looking at a new group is, will they cannibalize our existing artists? The answer here is a definite no. Think of it like superhero cinematic universes. You have the tech heroes, you have the magic heroes. They don't compete, they instead complete a roster. KRYZAE is the missing piece, that connects the high stylized fantasy lore of the 4th generation to the aggressive, borderless global audience of the 5th generation. Kind of the street level / cosmic hero in this, roster.
That's cash. Got a new whip, do the dash. That's flash. 100K spent on the tab.
Okay. Let's finish things off here. I got a book to read, some dance strolls to get to, and you guys got a lovely weekend to enjoy. The era of the traditional idol is evolving into the era of trans-media character. We are moving past the point where an artist only exists when they are on stage. KRYZAE is the inevitable next step in HYBE's global innovation strategy. We are the proof that the next big thing isn't just in the sound. It's an infinitely scalable system. HYBE has always been the forerunners because they calculated the risks that others wouldn't. They brought ethical holdings, they built weavers, they have partnered with Geffen, and now I am positioning KRYZAE as their next most logical risk. We have the demographic data, we have the localized law, we have the merchandising architecture, and we have the market hunger. Everything is already mapped out. Everything is ready. All we need is the platform. But still got our ways to go before we have that platform. I'll see you guys.